So today I want to talk a little bit about social media, socio-economic status, and the third space or the third circle. Okay, so it's been a while since I've made a longer styled video, and I had a think about what I wanted to say in this video basically. So what's happened is that the elite has crunched down everything basically when it comes to socioeconomic status. Things that were very affordable for people years and years ago, they're not affordable anymore. And that has created a lot of resentment, a lot of competition, a lot of envy, and a lot of madness amongst people. Now, it doesn't help like social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, all those type of platforms, Snapchat, TikTok. They glamorize this, influencer lifestyle, right? They've got this lifestyle that they're consistently putting out there. And what that's doing is mentally it's impacting people, right? So it's making people compete. It's making people think that they're in a competition with somebody when they're not really. That's the thing. When they think that they're in a competition, you can't be friends with people, which is exactly why people can't find friends. They can't find a partner because everything is about a socioeconomic status. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the third space or the third circle. Now, the third space used to be somewhere two people or two or more people could go and sit down and they could feel better about themselves. Like they could go out for to eat, they could go out for a drink, they could go out somewhere basically, right? So that's kind of gone from a lot of places because a lot of places have simply become unaffordable for most. I'm not saying everybody, but this is a societal problem that we need to talk about. So what happens is that when a socioeconomic status, when a socioeconomic status messes up, right, what happens next? You've got a socioeconomic status where people are now crunched into survival, meaning their behavior is now becoming snappy, rude, mannerless. They don't know how to think, they don't know how to behave. Then you've got the lack of the third circle or the third space. What happens? People have frustrations, people have madness, so they're trying to find a place they can go to. And that place is called social media. Now, that place being called social media, essentially, is where people take out all their frustrations, all things that they feel slighted about, annoyed about, things they can't control. Because people who have it don't need to be on social media, they can go out and do things. So social media has become a lower class prison for most because the elite have starved people of basic housing, basic healthcare, basic food, basic things. To basic little things have now become luxuries for people. So they go to social media to rant about it. Now social media, especially think of like Instagram, whatever social media platform like Twitter, Instagram, it encourages people to fight. It encourages people to, like I said, get competitive about different things. So social media has now become this sick, toxic platform, and there are multiple platforms, you can't run away from it. I remember somebody saying to me a couple of months ago, oh, there's such a big gender war. I'm like, it doesn't exist. Get outside social media. What's wrong with you people? You people spend too much time on the internet, but we go back to the same problem that in order to have, right, you need to have the money, right? You need to have resources to go and sit somewhere. That's impossible for a lot of people. And I'm not here to tell people how to live or what to do. It's just a matter of people are not coping. So they go online, they're incensed and they're enraged about things that they have no business being angry about. Sometimes I wonder, this person has the whole fucking day to waste on Instagram, but they don't want to get their financial house in order. They don't want to do something that's going to benefit them, that's going to put money in their pocket so they can get rid of something that's mentally damaging them. Social media has changed people's brain chemistry to the point you can't have a normal conversation with people any longer because they're nuts, they're not well in the head any longer. They have all these social media terminologies, and they have these phrases that only people online are using, because I will go sit with people in person, and I'm never really hearing these phrases. I'm like, this is just like another language, because people in their right mind don't use this type of language, right? So I want you guys to be really vigilant about this. Like, social media is not a bad thing, okay? I use it a lot for commerce, for business, to connect with clients, to connect with things. But when you're aimless and you sit on these platforms all day and you don't really have a life, you're falling into the socio-economic trap of what they want, because they don't want people to sit in person and talk and go somewhere. So they want them to sit and read and listen and immerse themselves in the filth and the poison that is on these platforms, and that eventually your brain is going to rot away if you keep reading negative things. I personally cannot use Instagram for more than 5 minutes at a time. That's how bad things have become. Every time I log in, it's men this, women that, this one this. There's too much division, there's too much hate, and there's too much anger. And a lot of people don't have the option to log off because their mind is chasing dopamine consistently, that they can't shut up and sit down and just be by themselves, or just enjoy a nice lunch somewhere, or a drink, or read a book, or do something. It's not stimulating enough. So the point I'm trying to make over here is that I don't want anybody watching this video to think social media is a bad thing per se, but the socioeconomic status situation means, what do people do when they're hopeless, they're low frequency, they're depressed, they feel like they don't have any options? What do? They go online and they read more depressed shit and become more depressed. Go and socialize with people, find different things that you can go and do. It doesn't have to cost the sun, moon and stars, it doesn't have to be the earth, but do things that keep you moving so that you don't have to fall into this trap, basically, and this nasty trap that will make you a person that eventually people who are sane-minded just don't want to be around. So the idea of social media, socioeconomic status, and the third space or the third circle all go hand in hand. It's kind of like how I said cluster B, pornography, and dating apps are all the same thing, because it's all low frequency. And the more time you spend online, the more it sucks the life out of you. And you can see that in people. They're withdrawn, they're miserable, they have no social skills, they don't know how to talk to you, they have no life left in them. So for your own sanity, only use social media when you need to use it. If it's for business, for work, I understand. The rest, get out there, talk to people, do your best to socialize, pick up new hobbies, new crafts, new arts, and stay away from mindless doom, crazy scrolling that's just going to rot away your brain, because that is the goal, to rot your brain to the point that you lose touch. When people spend too much time on these platforms, they lose touch of reality. Most people, they're not mentally well, they completely lose touch of what is actually healthy and what is not.